Hello, this is Angela from Advice Resolutions. Welcome to Series 4 of our Court Reporting Chronicles. The last time I addressed you, it was concerning the judges and their involvement in your case and the bad decisions they made, the deliberate decisions they made, the decisions they take to sabotage your case for their own benefit, for their own interest, because they have an unhealthy interest in the cause of your case. So in this series, we're going to talk about how to make judges accountable, how to ensure judges respond to your requests, your fair requests for information to investigate whether or not they have decided your case fairly, rationally, impartially, and independently. So how do you make judges accountable? Well, judges are, as you know, they're decided to be in position because they have the ability, the knowledge, the professional, the skill, the wisdom, the ability to analyze your case. And judges you'd expect to be fair. They're the person, as you say, on the Clapham omnibus. But the reality is judges can cause you such detriment. They can make you pay thousands, hundreds to defend your corner. Is that fair? Is that realistic? Is that possible? Is that prohibitive to the ordinary person in the street who can't afford to go up against the criminal justice or the civil justice system? What you can do is you can keep fighting on. You can keep making judges accountable. For example, what you do is you ask the judge to provide you with a witness statement, a document that can show how they made the decision. And the witness statement is the crucial document where they have to sign to say this is accurate, these are the facts, this is a statement of truth. And it's a document that can bind them. It can make them be responsible for something that they have to explain if they're not telling the truth. And if the document is a lie, if what they did before they wrote the statement is a lie, they can get themselves into serious problems. Think about it. If a judge assigns their name to a document that they've done something and it's not true, is that perjury? Well, it could be under the Perjury Act. Is it contempt? If they don't produce documents that are accurate and they deliberately just falsely adduce information. Can they be called to account? Yes, they can. So get the witness statement from a judge that will hold them to account, to respond to how they arose to make the decision that they did against you, or for you, for that matter. Judges can make bad mistakes. They can make illegitimate mistakes. They can make mistakes that are illegal. They can make mistakes that are unlawful. So what you need is the proof, the crux of the information to show that judges have been dishonest in presiding over your case. That's what you need. You need the evidence. Because if you don't get the evidence, you're going to suffer greatly in trying to appeal your case. So what else can you do? Get the transcript of your case. You need the recording. You need a decision-making process. You must, you will, and you shall get that documentation, because that's going to help you. That's going to catapult you into a situation that you're going to be able to prove and show how judges took the steps to decide your case. Judges aren't interested in, sticking up for you, letting you go through the mill and, arrive at the other end, with illustrious solutions. No, it's their interest to go higher on the scale, to move from a county court judge to a circuit court judge, to a civil appeals judge, to a criminals appeal judge, without any disruption to their decision-making process. And decision-making processes, according to a judge, has to be how he sees it, even if the decision they've taken against you is unfair. It's your human right under Article 6 of the European Convention on Human Rights to have decisions taken fairly, openly, in open court, and you're meant to have responsible people who know about the law to help defend your corner. Courts have to be mindful of Article 8 to respect your private family, home life and correspondence, your documents, and decisions in how they write documents about you. Do you think a judge is going to care about this unless you question their morale, their motivation, their modus operandi? Judges are only interested in helping people in a cause in which they have an interest, in which they can gain credibility and go further with their career. They're not interested in you winning. Let's get to the facts. They don't want to have winners as litigants in person. They must always be the winner. They were elected by law, by legislation, and they are seeing themselves as in charge of everything, all the decision making ever. So think about it. If you think a judge is going to let you win easily unless there's something in it that they can get out of it, it's not going to happen easily. You've got to fight your cause, fight your corner, and be an activist in what you're doing. Do it legally, but be an activist in your own cause to make things happen that you need to happen. To bring back your fundamental human rights. Because all the judge is interested in is climbing the dizzy heights, getting to work in higher ranking positions where they can make higher decisions. That's all they want. They're on the greasy pole. That's their trip. They're climbing the ladder. So look after yourself. Get the judge to write a witness statement. He or she will have to sign and put their name to this. So if anything arises out of what they've done, said about you, then that will actually be drawn out in future processes to expose them for what they've been doing to your case, whether they've been sabotaging it or making illegitimate decisions, illegal decisions, unlawful decisions. You need that evidence. So do not think you don't have the right to ask the judge to write out a witness statement, because you do. And get your case hearing transcripts. Very, very important. And keep fighting. Keep up the good cause. And most of all, look after yourself. Take care and have a lovely day.